I didn't clap back. I didn't confront her. I didn't raise my voice. I smiled and let her house rot from the inside. If you've ever been disrespected to your face and forced to swallow it, you're going to want to hear this. And before we get into it, if stories of quiet, perfectly calculated revenge hit something deep in you, go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, drop a comment, because this is justice served cold and fermented. Let's get into it. Trade school isn't exactly known for being gentle. It's loud, competitive, rougher around the edges. Everyone's trying to prove they belong, especially the women. Especially the ones who don't fit neatly into the boxes people expect. That's where I was. Focused. Head down. Just trying to learn my trade and get out with something solid in my hands. And then there was her. The kind of person who says cruel things with a smile, like it's a joke and you're the weird one for not laughing. She had this habit, this casual, offhand way of tossing out a slur like it was punctuation. She'd glance at me, grin, and drop it. Loud enough for others to hear. Soft enough that if I reacted, I'd look dramatic. Every time she said it, my shoulders would tense before my brain even caught up. My jaw would lock. That heat would rise in my chest. The kind that begs you to snap back, but I didn't. I told myself it wasn't worth it. I told myself I was here for school, not for her approval. I told myself silence was maturity, but silence has a cost. It's the kind that follows you home. The kind that replays in your head when you're trying to sleep. The kind that makes you feel small, even when you know you're not. Weeks went by like that. Her jokes, my silence, everyone else pretending not to notice. Then came the house party. Her house. The invite floated around casually, like it was nothing special. Music, drinks, people from school. I almost didn't go. Almost. But something in me, the part that was tired of swallowing things, said yes. The house was exactly what you'd expect. Loud bass vibrating through the walls. Cheap beer. Shoes piled by the door. People shouting over music, laughing too hard. She was in her element, holding court, soaking up attention. I kept my distance. Nursed a drink. Observed. And then I wandered. Past the bathroom. Past a spare room no one was using. Down a quiet hallway where the music dulled into a distant thump. That's when I saw it. Sitting there like it was waiting for me. A can of tuna. I picked it up, turned it in my hand. And that's when the idea hit me, not all at once, but like a slow, spreading grin in my mind. Not loud revenge. Not dramatic revenge. Something better. Something invisible. I slipped into the spare room first. Quiet. Empty. I reached up, fingers brushing the curtain rod. Unscrewed the end. My heart was pounding now, not from fear, but from clarity. I packed the tuna inside. Sealed it back up. Perfect. Then the laundry room, same process. Same care. Each movement deliberate. Controlled. Calm. This wasn't rage anymore. This was precision. I knew exactly what would happen. Tuna doesn't announce itself right away. It waits. It ferments, seeps. And when the smell comes, it's not obvious, not dramatic. It's wrong. Off. The kind of smell that makes you second guess yourself. You check the trash, the fridge, sink. You light candles. You clean harder. You argue about it, but you never check the curtain rods. As I was sealing the last one, someone stepped into the doorway. I froze. He looked at me, looked at the rod, looked back at me, and then he smiled. Not a laugh, a knowing, quiet smile. He nodded once and said, "Carry on," and he left. Nick, wherever you are, you're a real one. I walked back into the party like nothing happened. Music still loud. Drinks still flowing. She still laughing, still throwing her words around like they didn't matter. But I knew. The first week after the party, I overheard her complaining. "Something smells off in the house," she said, wrinkling her nose. "We've cleaned everything." The second week, it got worse. She sounded frustrated now, snappy, talking about how she and her boyfriend were tearing the place apart trying to find it, blaming each other, blaming the plumbing, buying air fresheners by the bag. By the third week, she sounded exhausted. The smell wasn't just there anymore. It had settled in, lived in the walls, in the air, in their arguments, in their sleep. I'd pass by and hear it, her voice edged with stress, embarrassment creeping in as she admitted they still hadn't found it. And every time I felt it. Not laughter, not gloating, relief. Because for the first time, something she did came back to her without me having to explain myself, without me having to beg for respect, without me having to expose my pain to people who would have shrugged it off. She never knew it was me. She never apologized, never connected the dots. But she stopped laughing so easily after that. Stopped acting like words didn't have consequences. And me, I carried on with my life, finished school, built my confidence brick by brick. But every now and then I think about those curtain rods, about how something so small, so quiet, could reclaim something that had been taken from me. Revenge doesn't always need an audience. Sometimes it just needs patience and a really good hiding place. If there's one thing I learned, it's this: you don't owe your pain a performance. Justice doesn't have to be loud to be effective. Sometimes the most powerful response is the one that lets you walk away lighter, knowing balance was restored. If this story hit home for you, don't forget to like the video. It helps more than you know. Subscribe for more real stories of poetic justice, and tell me in the comments what's the quietest, most satisfying revenge you've ever seen or imagined.